Hey Grace, got a quick question for you. What do you think happens the very first step in the beginning phase?
Draw a card, right?
No. Hey Debbie crew, as it was probably spoiled here from our little introduction there, we're going to go over the beginning phase today. As a quick recommendation for everyone, I really would suggest that you actually watch our first video on this topic, which covers all 5 phases. That's sort of a precursor to what we're going to be covering today, which is just the beginning phase. Why start anywhere else other than the beginning, right?
Why? All right. So today's brought to you by the letter Y.
I like it. The beginning phase. Let's jump right into it. It's got 3 steps, and these all take place in the same order for the beginning phase. So let's assume this is your turn, and you're starting, maybe it's your 3rd or 4th turn of the game. It'll make more sense in a second here, okay? Your very first step is your untap step. Any idea what would happen there?
I presume you are untapping your cards?
That's right. All those cool spells that you cast last turn, all the foibles that you threw in your opponent's way, those all cost mana. You probably attacked with your creatures, everything that's already on the board. This is the time when you get to untap those. Now there's one important thing to remember with the untap step of the beginning phase, and that is you don't have priority during this.
Okay.
That's important for one really key reason. You can't cast instants if you don't have priority.
Okay, that makes sense. So all I'm doing is I'm kind of turning my card and
That's right. So it would already
right?
be turned into its horizontal position to show that that creature had attacked, or that you had used that artifact, or that you had used and generated mana from that land. You're now untapping it so that it's ready to go again.
Okay, that makes sense.
There are lots of other little corner things that happen in the untap step that will apply almost none of the time when you're playing the game, so forget all of that. Untap step is just for untapping.
Nice and basic.
Exactly.
All right. What's number 2?
Number 2 is the upkeep step.
All right, upkeep. Tell me about upkeep.
Upkeep is a term you've probably seen on Magic cards before. You'll often see a card that says, at the beginning of your upkeep step, or at the beginning of your upkeep. This is the upkeep step that they're talking about.
Okay.
Really, it's just a term that's used for the first time that you actually have those abilities enter the stack, which is the imaginary stack of cards that they go onto to show the order that those spells or abilities are going to resolve. The important part of the upkeep step as well is that this is the first chance that you'll have to get priority.
Okay.
Again, you could cast an instance.
So I'm going to put that there. Priority.
This is the first time in your turn that you'll be able to get that.
Awesome. Okay.
Once you've passed priority and you've determined there's nothing further you're doing on the upkeep step, you're going to move to step 3. Step 3 is when you finally get to draw a card, because it's your draw step.
Okay. That's what I thought was most important, but it seems like there's a lot more to it. So
there is a lot more to the beginning phase, but once you have the steps in order, it's pretty straightforward. The draw step is not a complicated step. You're going to draw your card. You do also get priority here as well. And once you've decided that you're done with priority after your draw step, you're going to move to the next phase, which we'll cover in another video.
See you then.